All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the Cruise Amigos, coming to you live from Manchester, England, from Crookston, Minnesota. That would be Amigo John. He's up there in Crookston, Minnesota. And I'm coming to you live at Starbucks on Symphony of the Seas. I did my show from Starbucks this morning, and I'd planned on moving down to Sorrento's, which is where I've been doing my shows for this show. I forgot this is lunch hour, So getting a table at Sorrento's right now is a little bit difficult. So how's everything up there in Minnesota, John?
Everything's wonderful. Bees are buzzing, birds are singing, grass is growing. But I have never been pulled in so many directions. I'm almost as old as you.
Almost.
We're supposed to be on a cruise ship and go, yeah, I think I got a show today. I'll head down there to Sorrento's and see if I can get a table, and maybe I'll just sign in and tell people what a wonderful world it really is. Meanwhile, I'm working with the city because they're trying to put in all these restrictions on my new store. I'm working with another city nearby who's trying to decide the same thing, but they it's the joke about what is a farmer? Why is a farmer so smart? Because he's outstanding in his field. And so, I'm 40 miles away from them, so they think I'm pretty good. It's coming on fall. We got yard things. We're going to try and move a building over to what we call the Notch, our piece of property along the interstate highway. It's just one thing after another, and I'm having a good time. You'd think I'd be losing weight. I must be burning calories or something.
It's the amount goes in and the amount that you burn. They got to have some kind of a balance, you see.
The math is still not working. Math is not working.
My balance is the way it's supposed to be. I take the calories in, and I keep getting fat and fatter and fatter.
I was going to say, you keep building more. You keep building more storage sheds. I'm trying not to do that. I don't know.
Well, the last 2 days, I have enjoyed pina coladas.
If you like pina coladas.
Made the way it's supposed to be made in the islands. The St. Martin one was...
Okay, 1 out of 10. 1 to 10. Give me a number. I need a reference.
6.
Okay, that was a 6. So what's better than a 6? Not a 7.
St.
But
Thomas
where?
One the St. Thomas one yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's up there in the 9 to 9.5 category.
All right.
It was really good. And I'm not a St. Thomas fan. I love St. Martin. But I'm not real wild about St. Thomas.
Now, is St. Thomas named after St. Thomas Aquinas? Is that the saint that, or is there other St. Thomases?
No, it was named after St. Tommy Gun, who was the battalion commander on a pirate boat. I have no idea. You're the one that has all that
I'm doing
absolutely
it.
useless knowledge bouncing around your pea brain.
It is named after Thomas the Apostle, who eye rolled. He didn't, doubting Thomas. He didn't believe that Jesus had to show him the marks in his hands and his side. But it is named after him.
Goodness. Wait a minute. Do we have a drum roll? Is there a drum roll in the house?
I don't have one at hand.
With us. We don't have it there. Oh, we got a Manchester drum roll.
Who is that
Amigo
guy?
Martin.
And look, he's all dressed up. Is this kind of the Queen thing? Are you like, he's got a sweater on and looks like the beard got a little bit of black shoe polish put in it a little bit. And
come on, cruise beard. You have to shine your beard when you go on a cruise. So it's the remnants that's starting to come back through of the grey look.
Looking good,
so we haven't seen Amigo Martin for a couple of days. I got to make this look better. What do I have to do here? I got to do.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, yeah, you do it.
How's that? Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
So
just move mine.
So what's been going on, Martin? I know you were on Virtuoso last time we didn't see you.
I know. Last time we didn't see you, although it was actually no, that was last Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It should have been last Thursday, yeah, but that was obviously a very sad day in the UK. The Queen passed away last Thursday.
Yeah.
So it was really weird, really weird being on a ship at that time, and the announcement was made, and it was like, yeah, different, very different.
Did they make an announcement over the speakers on the ship? Did they?
Yeah. There was Chris, the cruise director. I mean, we knew something was going on in the afternoon because obviously the family were flying up to Balmoral, and I was like 7-8 o'clock. I said there's going to be an announcement made. I think it was 7:45 ship time. Chris, the cruise director, came on and announced it, and the dining room just fell silent, and you could hear people crying. It was, imagine how many nationalities are on a ship, and it was just surreal. I was meant to be all white night as well, so they cancelled white night, and they said it wouldn't be right to do it. And it was just surreal walking around the ship. It was, they put the Union Jack up in the Galleria, which is quite a nice touch. And it was just, I don't know, it's just really, really, people still wanted to have a drink, but didn't know what to do. The entertainment was very low key. There was no live music or anything. It was just background music. So they didn't close everything, but you can still get a drink and things. But I suppose it's a hard compromise, isn't it? What do you do? Because there's some nationalities that may not, well, some people that may not even agree with the Queen and things like that. So you can't shut the whole thing down and go, right, everyone go to bed and things. So yeah, it was really weird, really weird. But up until that, it was.
We had kind of a similar, not obviously not quite the same, but they did a quite moving and emotional tribute to 9/11 on this ship, and it had to be. I bet there was probably about 4,000 passengers that were in the same space that I'm in right now. I mean, it was packed with people, just packed. So they did a nice job with that. But with your situation over there, I've watched, been able to watch quite a bit of it on BBC because that's one of the channels here on Symphony.
Yeah, so. It was like Friday. They did the captain's announcement at 12 o'clock. They did a minute silence on the ship as well. The whole ship stopped. The staff, the officers, and everything. People stood up at the chairs where they were and everything. It was really moving, really moving. So, and it's still sad times over here. It's still, I watched yesterday as she was moved from the palace, moved to Westminster Hall. And it's very emotional. I mean, I'm not a royalist in any way, but at the end of the day, she's somebody's mum, she's somebody's grandma, great grandma, and it's like, it was really moving to watch and things. And now you see we've got 4 miles of people waiting to pay the respects down the River Thames. 4 miles of people. They're just constantly streaming through 24 hours a day. It's like really weird. And we've now got a king, King Charles III.
Yeah, I got to meet him once, by the way.
Did you?
So I've now met a king. He was
they hang out in the same They hang out in the same topless bar. We can do king jokes, right? It's okay to do king jokes. It's just that we're not going to, in any way make a joke or anything about the Queen because we respect her totally. But the king is open season, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I don't know if you've seen that thing going around with him with the pen. Have you seen that on gone round on YouTube where he gets really annoyed with the pen and swears the fucking thing? Oh, sorry, I swore then. I shouldn't have swore. Please, and it made. Do you know what? That point there for Charlie, I've not really thought of him, but at that point I went, "You're just human. You're a poor guy. You've been on parade for the last week, and he's not had time to even grieve for his mom." and you're being paraded around. He's had a day today, I think, a rest day, a reflection, but it's like, do you know what? You're entitled, mate. You know, if the pen's annoyed you and it's gone on your hand, you know, it's not right. But you know, new era. We're gonna have new stamps. We're gonna have new coins, new notes. All change.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got to change all that.
Yeah,
well, and like they said on TV in America last night. So you know, the Queen money now is not worth anything. So just send it to Box 6, Fisher, Minnesota, and we'll take all of that off your hands. You know, because we have to get the king on the new money and everything. So we'll take all of the coins, bills, anything. You know, it's worthless now. Anything with the Queen on it. So just send it to us. We'll put it in the museum.
It'd be interesting to see. And apparently, I didn't know the king will face the opposite way to the queen on the notes and coins.
Okay, but so that they're facing this way, or so they're facing this way?
Well, the queen faces inwards, doesn't she, on the note? Hang on.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm sure she does. Have I got my phone? I haven't got my phone.
But so is Charlie going to be on the other side then looking at her, or is he going to have his back to her?
I think he'll have his back to her. I think he'll be facing outwards. So, but let's have a look at her note.
Are you trying to show your belly?
I'm not. I'm trying to.
Former.
I'm trying to. Right. So.
Former belly.
There's a £20 note.
You had money in your phone?
Yeah, it's a wallet.
He's got a little thing in the back, you know.
So the queen the king shall face the other way.
But on the same side of the bill, or will he be on the other side of the bill then looking at her?
He should be looking the other way. Should be, well, she's facing inwards. He'll be facing outwards.
You're saying he's going to look off the end of the bill?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I want to put money on that. I cannot believe that they would do a bill where the king is looking off.
No.
Bookie, John needs to talk to you.
He could look the other way. He could look the other way, I suppose, and be on this side. He'd have to be on that side of the note, wouldn't he?
I'll give you that, but I just can't believe that he would be not looking toward the center.
He's got to be on the other side, looking back toward where she used to be.
Or if not, it's a secret message from the Illuminati, and we should pay special attention to it because
conspiracy theories. Hashtag too early. Hashtag too early. So, but anyway,
Mike.
So yeah.
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Prim Travels. Good to have you with us again. We're just acting a little silly today. So,
lighten in the mood. Lighten in the mood.
Remember, John can ship product to 48 states from canofcorners.com. And I understand now, John, you got some pot juice, liquefied.
We have drinkables.
What's that?
Well, here's my honest to God's, can't figure out retail. Even I'm 71 years old, I can't figure it out. Okay, if you buy our gummies, there are 10 of them in a bottle for $25. So each gummy is $2.50, and it contains 5 milligrams of THC, which is the product that's why we're all doing this. But if you buy it in a can, you get 3 milligrams and you pay $7. So in other words, if you were like a 2 gummy eater, that'd be 10 milligrams. You'd have to buy 3 cans or spend $21 for what you can do in a gummy for $5. Why don't you buy the gummy and then drink whatever you like? Because just between you and me, I have 2 flavors of sodas now. One of them tastes really lavendery. It's really a flowery lavender seltzer. And the other one is kind of like, it's better. It's citrusy, orange ginger. But either way, to me, it's like, you remember when you were a kid and you went to the roadside attraction and they had soda, but it wasn't Coke or Pepsi or your famous brands. It was their own. You know how that kind of tasted weird?
Yeah.
That's exactly how this stuff tastes. And it's like, the math doesn't work out. I can only figure out this has got to be for the new millennials, because I'm telling you, really nice people are coming in. We got a big shipment last week on Friday at noon. It was sold out at Saturday at 3:00. And then I didn't have anything till yesterday. And I'm predicting that'll be sold out before the weekend. And it's you guys, chew on a gummy, drink a really nice gin or whatever, the English people, in honor of the Queen, have a little gin and Dubonnet. I think that was her favorite drink, or, something that tastes good.
Well, at least you're honest about your products. I will say that. I liked it better when I called it pot juice, but that's just me.
Hey, and maybe that's what I'll start referring to it as in the store, So just to kind of convey that, it's kind of like pot juice, it's like squeezins.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they say over in your part of the U.S.? When you're making corn whiskey, they call it squeezins.
Yeah, and that's SQUIZZENS. Squeezins.
Oh, squeezins.
But seriously, because the corn ferments, the sugars that are in the corn carbohydrates become sugars. The sugars become, I don't know if you know, but the little mushrooms that are what are in yeast are eating those sugars, and they pee alcohol and they fart carbon dioxide. Totally serious. I mean,
I'm certainly glad somebody that just tuned in to the Cruise Amigo saying, what are these guys talking about?
And this is now happening. I think, Martin, isn't this happening on some cruise ships? They're actually making gin on board now.
Yeah.
There's actually
on board. Iona has one. There's a few more ships that are going to have them as well as time goes on, because gin has become the drink of everyone now. And I must admit, I did drink a lot of gin on my cruise.
But you're kind of a ginner yourself, so.
Oh, I love my gin. Especially when you're in the Galeria and you've got Janos, who you got very friendly with behind the bar, and he pours like a double shot in and then an extra shot, and then after about 2 days, he's like not even bothering with pouring it in the shot thing. He's just free pouring it. It's like, and you get back and you just go, "Ooh, that's strong."
I'm shocked that you would do such a thing on a ship.
If somebody's going to ply me with gin, I'm definitely going to drink it. I was on the premium plus premium extra drinks package. It cost me nothing.
And do you know
we have to be very careful, Martin.
Careful.
Because somebody is now like a priest. He's a father of something. He does the thing with the holy water and with all these pot customers that come to him to confess their sins. I didn't know they did that in Minnesota. You confess your sins to buy pot.
Jeez, I don't know. I give up with it all.
If we'd have got the building that I put 3 offers on, it would have had a drive-through confessional.
And
then we'd have special I could have 4 gummies on the way out.
Well, that's on a long stick, That's on a long stick. You put it out there.
Yeah, stick with a big box in it. You put your coins in.
5 sins for $1 on Tuesdays.
Ooh,
hey, Prim, we'll try to lighten the mood for you. Prim's depressed. She just got off Virtuoso and she's going back to work today.
Yeah, but think of the memories, Prim. Think of the memories.
That sucks.
The memories.
Virtuoso, she would have just done. She got off today. Hang on, when did we get off? She just got off Virtuoso today.
That's what it says.
Where she got off it? Because it went off to
No,
12,
she's going to work today. She's off to work for the first time since she came off the Virtuoso. She was probably on the Virtuoso with you.
She might have been, yeah. So let me know were you on the same one, because it was a nice cruise. I'll tell you what.
Last Saturday. She got off last Saturday.
That was us, yeah. She's on the same cruise as us.
You were on the same boat. You didn't catch up with. Oh, terrible! You're gonna have to go again. That's the only thing I can say is.
Oh, John, I'm going the Norwegian fjords again. Definitely, it was absolutely stunning.
See, I'm more of a Rinken than a fjord.
Hang on, I'm missing something here.
What?
Missing a joke.
A Lincoln instead of a Ford. A Lincoln fjord.
Boom, boom. Dad jokes. Dad jokes.
That was
Got to be
I'm
fast.
sorry. That one was at least 3 feet over my head.
Would cataract have been better?
I apologize for him up there.
Oh, my God.
By the way, do you know who I'm saying hello to when I do this?
No idea. Jaws.
Yeah, but Mark the Shark. This is my secret message to Mark the Shark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mark the Shark's with us. Z-Show Cruise Fun is here. Good afternoon, guys. Where are your drinks? Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but I happen to have an adult beverage right here.
Well, I wonder. I'd be shocked if you didn't. If you were on a cruise ship and you didn't have an adult beverage.
Takes him in the shower with him.
Gee. And I like the way you've got it in the container as well, rather than a glass. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. Hey there. You in the T-shirt. Hi.
Oh,
hello.
Hi.
No, it's not working.
They can't hear you guys.
No,
I hate to tell you.
We thought the visuals, you know. Apparently that guy lives in the buffet, I'm thinking, you know.
Well, that's possible.
I think his wife was behind him as well.
Oh, see, I wouldn't have said that. I would have been prim and proper with the young lady, but well, that's what we should do. We should just have the camera, and then as people go by, we should like critique them as they go, you know, only with the speaker on, you know. Oh, excuse me, sir, there's another table open in the buffet. You can go there right now. Yep. But third bicycle on the left in the solarium is open, ma'am. Yeah.
I'm just reading what it says behind you. Symphony weighs more than 17,000 African
elephants. Yes.
There you go.
But those are the African elephants before they put them on the infamous African diet.
And they went in the buffet as well.
Yeah.
Individual pieces 27 times.
Lizzie Lou says gin is her favorite drink. Boy, darling, you and I got to go on a cruise because I got to talk to you.
Gin. You'll never convert Lizzie from gin. You never will.
Just like drinking a pine tree.
I cannot do gin. The juniper berries in there upset my stomach beyond belief, and nothing much else upsets my stomach, but I can't do it.
Red wine or beer for Prim?
Prim, okay.
No, red wine. I like the red wines. We had gin, had a couple of cocktails. I'll tell you what I did have: beer tails. It's like cocktails, but it have beer in them. And you know what? Most of them were quite nice, apart from one that was absolutely rank. And I was like, oh, I don't like that. That was horrible. But that beer tails in the Masters of the Sea on the Virtuoso is really worthwhile. I worked my way through the menu.
In Germany, they do beer and Coke, or they do beer and lemonade together, mixed in one glass.
Beer and lemonade is just a shandy.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. No, it was quite nice. Stan was there with his beer, and I don't really drink beer, craft beer or anything like that, because obviously they're all the craft beers there. So I was like, okay. So I thought I'll try a beer tail rather than having to just have a gin, and it was quite nice, really nice. We had one with Strongbow, and there's a couple of different things in it. It was really nice. Strongbow cider, that was the best one.
Were you at the Horizon Bar drinking that gin?
Quite a few times, yeah.
Well, then you saw Prim, because she was screwed into a stool at the Horizon Bar and spent the entire cruise there.
That's a terrible description.
I need to see Prim. Hang on. You
could say she was super glued. That'd be okay, but what you said is just not the right visual for me.
Oh,
in the UK, that means something else.
No, I didn't mean it that way. Honest to God, folks, I was trying to be funny, not sexist. No, sorry, Prim. Yeah.
It's no fault on you. I have a question. I have a question about that. I got fired from a chain of radio stations once because I don't know if you guys know, but hockey most of the hockey sticks in America were made by a company called Christian Brothers. And of course, you know that there's also monks out in California that make Christian Brothers brandy. Well, the Christian Brothers hockey place got closed down because they lost the big Walmart contract and they just couldn't sustain. And after like 40 years of making hockey sticks, they shut their doors. And I kind of, it's in one of the towns where my radio stations were. So I did kind of a eulogy, and it was a very serious little bit of history, little sadness that, you know, this is ending, and it's too bad, and it's an unfortunate thing. And at the end of my story, I made the joke, well, I told them they should have stuck to brandy. I thought it was funny because there's a Christian Brothers brandy company, right?
Yeah.
One call to the radio station, and I was off the air in 3 markets.
Wow.
Now, do you think that was fair? I mean, he's got a call coming in. Yeah, I mean, for all the jokes that I've made.
4 gummy bears. They want 4 gummy bears, not 5.
Hello. It wasn't me. That was the Starbucks guy. He's taking orders to deliver Starbucks coffee to the bar.
Okay, I'd like one. Please send one here.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm too late for coffee for me. It's nearly 7 o'clock. I won't sleep.
No. Lizzie doesn't drink whiskey at all. Well, I don't drink whiskey. I drink bourbon. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
She doesn't like the smell.
Can I tell you what the main? Do you know what the main difference is in its manufacture?
No.
Do I?
Yeah.
Know the difference? Of course I do.
Well, will you share it with us? Those of us that are less educated in the fine art of bourbon.
It's in the brewing process with bourbon, and whiskey is made from rye.
Grains. Rye whiskey comes from rye, but whiskey is made from grains. That's correct.
Yeah.
And bourbon comes from?
Hell, I don't know.
Corn, my goodness, God, corn mash. We already talked about it today.
Oh, corn mash, of course, yes.
Bourbon has to come from corn. Only you can't. If you're going to mix it in there, then you've got a multi-source whiskey of some kind.
So, are you on the Facebook for that MSC group cruise? We'll have to ask Martin about that.
Where'd Marty go?
He left. Did he? I wonder if that was voluntary or if we lost his signal.
Well, maybe they shut the lights out.
Call.
Maybe they shut the lights out over there in England, because they're going to start cutting back on energy and stuff. So,
yeah, it could be. Lizzie says I'm on Virtuosa next weekend. Martin booked her. Oh, very good, Lizzie. And by the way, folks, in case you guys missed it, I interviewed Lizzie. When did we do that? Last week?
Almost 2.
Yeah, before I came on this cruise. Wow, well, it was such a great interview.
It was.
Lizzie's doing such a good job with her content. I love the way she's doing it. Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to copy what she's doing as much as I'd like to, but I've gotten some ideas and made some notes. And there's Martin back. Martin looks somewhat different. What did you do?
He's on a different camera.
I'm having problems with my internet and things, so I was on my phone before, so I thought I'd try this. So can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Actually, you're clearer and more understandable than you were before.
That's probably because I'm talking
whatever
normal.
You did, it's an improvement. Although we were cheering that we lost you. We were so sad that we lost you.
No, was it that way?
Are you on, what was I supposed to ask him? Are you on the MSC group cruise something or another?
The MSC Virtuosa Forum. Yes, I'm on
Facebook group. Are you on the Facebook group page?
I am on there.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things on there at the moment. It's quite interesting. Some of the things. Someone asked what time. I was going to say somebody asked when we were on the cruise what time were the Northern Lights.
Well, the Northern Lights are all the time. A better question would be: is what time can I see them? Sorry.
There's a switch just to the left of Norway that you have to flick.
Captain has to plug into it.
That reminds me of that. Remember that diner TV show that was on, and the waitress's name was Alice, and wasn't one of her lines was, "Well, flick my switch."
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
that was when that Flo said, "Flick my switch."
Oh, but Alice was the show. Alice was the other waitress.
Alice was the show,
and
Alice was the brunette, real pretty. Flo was the big redhead that was,
and she had
wild
her hair
and crazy.
Yeah, she just died, by the way, in real life.
Oh, did she? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Virtuoso's
beer selection was very poor.
The Queen needed a server up in heaven, so a Flo is flowing.
See, I'm not a beer drinker, so I wouldn't know about the beer selection, whether it's good or poor. But there was a lot on the taps. You know what I mean? There was a good 8-10 beers on a tap on a ship. I think that's quite. I think that's quite good, but I'm not a beer drinker, so I don't know what. And there was a massive. When I say massive menu, guys, I mean the menu was. It was like this long, and it was like that wide to read it. It was like it was a big menu. So, but yeah, that was quite nice. But anyway, so Chillie, where are you going, or where have you been, or?
We've been to St. Martin. We were in St. Thomas yesterday, and I managed to go ashore in St. Thomas, and did not flip the scooter over on my head this time. So it was a massively successful day for me. We're going to a perfect day at Coco Cay tomorrow.
And
then we get back into Miami Saturday, and I start driving, trying to stay ahead of Tropical Storm Fiona, who is trailing behind us.
Tropical Storm Fiona.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to become a hurricane. It's going to stay a tropical storm, I hope.
Fingers crossed. Well,
and then Shrek is right behind Fiona, you know.
That's not a thought you want to think about, though, is it? I'm just looking now of next year. We're planning Stan's 60th. Which is looking like we may be over your side of the pond in the US of A.
No kidding. And how would you get here? Would you be flapping your wings, or would you be rowing?
No, flapping our wings first. A couple of nights in the beautiful city of Orlando. Then heading across to Port Canaveral, doing a very short 3-night on MSC Seaside. Okay. Then getting off that, couple of days, two days in Cocoa Beach, and we're going to do Kennedy Space Center, and then come back across and eventually spend his birthday at the Star Wars, Disney, whatever it is. So we're just planning that at the moment.
Wait, did you say Seaside?
Seaside. I mean, they think it's Seaside, MSC Seaside, yeah.
Seashore is over here.
This is next year, July, though. Sure, it might be Seashore. I don't know.
Hang on.
He was just coming back from the buffet now. The guy just went by. He was coming back from the buffet. You could tell. He was a little heavier.
That was a good spot, that, John. Did he have a plate? Did he have a plate with him?
No.
Let me see what Martin is talking about. I'm looking this up, folks.
While we're doing that, Tom Henry has joined us. He's 30 minutes late, so he's get a slap on the.
It's the 6th to the 9th of July.
All right.
That's I was not aware, and of course I'm not aware of everything. that Seaside was coming to the state. Well, damn, it is. Seaside is coming to the States in 2023.
There you go.
I did not know that.
I know something before you.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Now that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And now that's another MSD ship that I have to sell because I haven't been on Seaside.
Well, we had to make a compromise. We had to make a compromise. And it was like the compromise was we had to do a cruise. There was no way I was not doing a cruise. And we're only going to Ocean Cay. But it was just like, it was one of them, and it was a bargain deal. It was like, I think it was £349 each.
But why don't you come over? Let me show you the country just a little bit, and then hop a transatlantic back home.
If we had enough time, we would. We're doing 2 weeks, and he wants to do Star Wars. It's his 60th, so it's got.
And what did you say, July the 6th?
It's what?
What was the dates again?
6 to 9.
Yeah, July 6th. My goodness.
I think it's overnight in Ocean Cay as well.
I could book that. I could either do a 4-dayer before it or a 10-dayer after it.
Wow.
There you go.
You mean a B2B without having to get off the ship?
He's thinking now. There you go, John. You could hop across as well.
Do you know that I opened the store on August 2nd, and today is my first day not being at the store?
Wow.
My life is so completely changed. I'm not upset about it or unhappy about it, but wow. I mean, my life has taken a left turn beyond measure, but hopefully in a couple of years I can buy the damn ship. So, hey.
Hey, well, there you go. If we buy a ship, we'll be all right.
And then
remember mates rates, yeah. John, mates rates.
Actually, though, I only want a 600-footer because I wanted to come up the Great Lakes and get all the way to Duluth. Duluth, Minnesota.
Okay. Only a 600-footer.
Well, I think 680, or what is the new Viking? There's a new Viking ship now that's actually sailing on the Great Lakes. Comes up the St. Lawrence.
No, it's not Venus.
Octantis. Viking Octantis.
Okay. And it's as big as it can be to go in the locks. There's one place where that's why the Great Lakes ships, the big ore boats that move the ore from the Minnesota area down to the smelters and stuff, they can never leave the Great Lakes. They would have to be cut in half and then floated through the different locks because they're all 1,199 feet long, 1,200 feet. Because that's the length of the locks up on the higher end coming into Lake Superior. They have, 1,200 foot lock capacity, but down farther, that's why all the ocean going ships look like little peanuts now compared to the cruise ships that we're on, because they have to go through not only the locks coming into the Great Lakes, but other locks around the world. So they're limited to like 600 and some feet. One outboard motor does them. You don't even need a big engine in them, just one outboard motor.
Mark the Shark says, Shrek is coming. Oh my God, you got to go tell Donkey. Hot Air Time is late, but he's with us. All 3 Amigos are present. He's impressed. And then Emily's dog, Fiona, was barking right at the right place when we were talking about Tropical Storm Fiona.
Wow.
Maybe that's what she was barking at. She heard her name and barked.
And then Lizzie Lou said she enjoyed Seaside, but I've not done that class of ship yet with them, so it'll be interesting to see because it's all about the outdoors and things. So it'll be a brand new class. But that won't be the next one. No, I'll have one in between then. I can't go between September and July next year without a cruise, so we'll have to find something. So
you just tell Stan that he's going to have to give up some of his time with you. If I'm on the boat with you, dude.
Yeah. Of course
I won't drink any gin, but I'll sure drink. And
we will have a few bourbon.
They have my private brand of bourbon, so
we'll have that. You can have the bourbon, I'll have the gin, and we'll be reet.
That's definitely a plan because I don't have anything booked in July yet next year.
He looks lost. Ask him where he's going.
Who, John?
John's frozen now.
John, you're frozen.
Oh, no, he's back.
Oh, no, he's not. He's probably thinking about all that pot that he's not around today. And
he'll be thinking about that money coming in from the pot.
He's getting straight.
Hi.
And by the way, folks, if some of you are new to the Cruise Amigos, a lot of this is me giving John just pure hell. John actually operates a business that is completely legal. This is nothing illegal as much as I like to sound like it is. So, except I still think you should have edible. Well, no, I better not say that on the air anyway. But anyway, he's got gummies and candy. And
now I want to know, Chillie, have you done the ultimate fish yet?
Hell no. That thing goes from deck 17 and it's a dry slide. It's not even a water slide. Mm-hmm. It's a dry slide to deck 6.
Does it? You take a burlap bag then? Do you sit on a burlap bag?
11th floor drop. Ain't no. Because
my skin would go boom, 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 boom
in there.
Well, it's bigger than Buckingham Palace and it's 45.72 meters above sea level.
Yeah, no.
I'm only reading that off the boards going behind him.
the crawling thing up there, the stock market thing. Only it's not stock market, it's ship
ticker tape. Now, have you got to the Aqua Theatre yet?
What is this behind me? It's the
that's a video wall. We call that a video wall.
What's the name of this place? Oh yeah, this is On Air. On Air is the club in there. That's where they go and do karaoke and stuff at night.
Fab. Now, have you got to the Aqua Theatre yet? It's been cancelled the last 2 times.
Twice the show has been canceled on me that I had reservations for. So it's now, my reservation is rescheduled for tomorrow night after a perfect day at Coco K.
That'd be nice.
So it depends on what the seas are like. They can't do that show in wind or in rough seas.
Yeah. So it's literally, I think it's something like a millimeter or a centimeter out and it could kill someone. It's that close. And because they're diving into a pool, it's not a deep pool either.
No.
They're not deep.
No.
But it does have a mattress on the bottom in case you hit your head. It's got a little cushiony thing.
Has it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Why just
pool mattress? Does it have a pool pillow to go with the pool?
It has a pool pillow. Yes.
It does have a pool blanket. They had the blanket on it last night, and that's somehow how they figured out they couldn't do the show because the blanket says I don't know.
No show. No show.
I did go to see Hairspray, the musical, and it was superb. If I had seen that very show on Broadway, I would have been ecstatic. I mean, it's probably the best quality show I've ever seen.
Better than Priscilla on the Epic?
I haven't seen Priscilla on the Epic. I haven't been on the Epic.
What can we do to change that?
Well, I need to get on the Epic. One of these days I will.
It's my favorite boat.
One of these days I'm going to get on all of them, I hope, if I live long enough.
I'm sure you will.
And then, there's a couple cruise lines out there that are in negotiations to sponsor me. Might have to do a bunch of ships. That
apparently one of them, one of them is Lars's pretty good boat. They want to give him a really good deal. They actually need him for ballast is the reason that they're trying to negotiate with him. But
that's okay.
That's
Lars. They want to use me for ballast. That's fine.
Large, pretty good boat. And the thing is, the ship is so small that you don't have to go to the buffet. The buffet is just wherever you are. You know, it's just if you turn this way, then you got your whiskey. If you turn this way, you got your gymnasium. So it's a wonderful thing. It's wonderful.
I thought it was MSC. I thought it was MSC that was in negotiation with you, the shipping company. You were just going to be on the cargo ships.
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to say because of all kinds of legal issues at this point. But there are two companies. One of them is well known, and it's not a major, but close to a major.
And the other one is Lars, pretty good boat.
More of a boutique type that I've never been able to afford sailing on, quite frankly.
He's a tease.
But
no, it's real. This is real.
No, I mean, that's an easy tease because he's not telling anyone.
Oh no, but I understand why he can't, because you know they were going to offer him $5 a day commensuration, and he's fighting for $7.50. So
yeah,
go all out, Chillie. Go for $8.
And actually, I'm hoping that these guys will you don't have to do this all the time. Let's sponsor me on that 94-day circumnavigate Australia cruise. I mean, that would be perfectly all right. We'll just do it for the 3 months, and you guys take care of all that, and we'll be happy.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. The thing about Cruise Amigos is friends, and you always take your friends with you wherever you go. So one goes, we all go.
Yeah, well, that'd be swell.
Put that in the contract.
And not only that, we all go first or business class. None of this back of the airplane stuff.
Premium economy we could squeeze to, John. You know,
that's still front. That's still front of the airplane. It's not. That's not back of the airplane stuff.
Yeah, see, that's just I don't like airplanes. I've gone so. Let there be light.
The Lord's coming praying down on you.
I'm getting reflected from deck. That would be deck 16.
Wow.
Right down on my head.
Longest flight I was ever on, I was in a LL 747, and I was one seat from the back of the plane, and it was the longest flight I've ever been on. It was from Tel Aviv to New York, and we had a headwind. It was 14 hours.
Oh, wow. And I bet your seat didn't recline, did it?
Yeah, because there was one more seat behind me.
Oh, there was one behind you. Weren't the last one?
One more seat behind me, yep. But it was, I was young and
economy to Orlando.
I didn't mind it.
I'm flying economy to Orlando, and I'm like, how am I going to cope with that? I'm flying economy.
All right, I will also like to say, everybody, in case I drop out here in the next couple minutes, my battery is starting to get
Santa Claus
low.
Santa Claus just went behind you.
Oh yeah. And his brother's here too.
Shout him back.
So
go on, Chillie. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, but doing 2 shows and not having a great deal of time between the two, which I did try to recharge a little bit. The batteries are, I'm on a cruise ship, and there's just not plugs around that you can plug into unless you're in your cabin. And that signal in my cabin is not near as good as it is out here.
Now, you see, I'll let you know, on Virgin Voyages, in certain areas, there are places to plug your phones in if you've got your wire. Yeah.
Well, that's because they're doing things right for a lot of reasons. Yeah.
So, but I know what it is. Do you know what I do now? I paid £35 and bought this massive, I say massive power bank. It's not massive in size, but the size it holds, it can charge my phone 3 times off one charge. So I literally basically just plug it in all the time. So it's worthwhile. It's 35,000 milliamps or something, or whatever it is. MWAH or something.
I just bring a 12-volt car battery with me.
Why your bag?
You can charge your phone like 600 times on it. It's really good. You're just never going to run out. You know?
Yeah, John, you just keep smoking that pot you're growing up there in Minnesota and carrying a car battery around.
Well, you never know when you might
it.
need to drop some acid.
So anyway, so
Folks,
when are you getting off? Are you a couple? What is it, Saturday? You get off?
Saturday, yeah, and then take me 2 days to get back home, and then I don't do anything for a while. I'm home for and unless something comes up, you know. I mean, that's always possible. And I'm bargain hunting now. So I still got to balance a couple of the more expensive cruises I've taken, you know, this year. My 14 cruises I've done so far, there's a couple in there that I spent too much money on.
La-dee-da.
So I need a couple bargains to balance, you know, equal us down a little bit.
Well, I'll tease you.
I do have, I got 4 more booked. So I'll end up with 18 for the year.
18 cruises this year. Are you trying to get to that one where they give you a big show where you've done like 20,000 nights or whatever?
I'll have 135 days at sea this year.
Wow.
Which is by far the best year I've ever had.
And he can't even swim. That's the amazing thing.
It just floats along.
Just floats.
Yeah, I can float really well. A big fat guy like me, man, we're buoyant as hell, you know.
It's Chillie.
Oh my goodness, Gretchen's with us too. Hi, Gretchen.
You're festively plump.
Festively plump.
I'm fat. I don't mind it.
Listen, hey,
I'm a big fat guy.
You're not. You're chunky but funky. But listen, I'm going to tease you now, and it will be a tease because I can't say a lot yet. But what are we in now? September. Round about 8 weeks' time, we might have a very, very different show, be coming from somewhere very different that the Cruise Amigos have never done before.
You're going to be a father?
I'm not going to be a father. How would that work? Have we told Stan?
Well,
you're pregnant.
Yeah, 3 months gone.
Wow,
we're gonna have a baby shower and everything.
Another miracle from the Cruise Amigos. Holy cow, that would be.
No. Give us a hint. What's coming up here for you in this time period?
We will be in a place that the Cruise Amigos have never done a show from before.
I don't know. We've done shows from some pretty seedy places. Are you sure?
He's going to go to the Ukraine, and we're going to get bombed at.
No, we're Ukraine, and we're going to get a hit on Putin. That'll be the best thing.
Are you moving? Are you getting a new house?
No.
Not a new house. Okay, not a new house.
No. It's something that I think will be very interesting because we've never done it before as the Cruise Amigos.
Wow.
Okay.
The comet vomit, the airplane where you go up and then they dive and you like float in space and then.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that.
Well, you can do that. Come to America. I can get you a ticket. Costs a fortune. Yeah.
It costs a fortune, like, boy. We'll do it. Yeah.
Well, think about it. I mean, it's about a 757 jet, and there's only like 5 or 6 people that go at once, and then they go up as high as they can go, and then they dive bomb, and they do that like 5 times. You know it. I don't know if you know, but do you know that it takes 2 tons of fuel oil to get like an Airbus 350 or a 747 or the 380? It takes 2 tons to get it from the terminal out to the end of the runway.
Not very
That's how much it takes just to roll it out to start flying. It takes 2 tons of fuel.
No.
That doesn't even count getting that big puppy up in the air.
Doesn't even count loosening up the shock absorbers. Yeah.
Jeez. Shocking that.
What's the weight of the fuel it carries when they top off the tanks?
Give me a specific
Give
airplane.
me a second. Oh, that's a lovely
Airbus 300.
There's no 300. There's a 350.
Okay, well then Pick one.
330.
350 is the big twin. It's the biggest twin engine flying.
Yeah, he used to have an Airbus 330, didn't he?
Then tell me about that one.
Okay, a 350. Wonderful plane, by the way. Really nice. It holds up to 44,000 gallons.
44,000 gallons.
Now, you want that in liters? What is 44,000?
How much does a gallon of aviation fuel weigh?
Well, in pounds, 44,000 is going to be. Well, why is it not showing me here now?
Because it's calculating.
Yeah, but how much is a gallon of aircraft fuel? It's that's cubic foot. How much does it weigh? 6.5 pounds.
Okay, so then 6.5 times 44,000 would be
286,000 pounds. 286,000 pounds of
280
fuel. Or 140 kilograms. 140,000.
That's a lot of weight. And then if you got 4 people like me on it, it goes up. It takes 10% more fuel.
But it burns 4,000 pounds just to get from the gate out to the end of the runway, generally.
Madness.
But yeah, can you imagine? So I don't know if you know, but the big planes, I mean, the 747, back when I was first flying those, and I was on the flight deck once, but how much can a 747 weigh? It's going to come in just at 1 million pounds, I believe.
Very heavy.
And I'm wrong. It's a 500,000. It's 485,000 pounds. A fully loaded. Is that fully loaded?
I agree with Mark the Shark.
What did he say? No, I'm right. 900 fully loaded 747-400 jumbo can weigh 910,000 pounds on takeoff, or 412,000 kilograms.
Mark the Shark, you hit it right on the head.
What did Mark the Shark say?
He's stoned. That's how his brain works.
Hey, like all good drug dealers, I don't use my own products.
That's bad if you don't use your own products. How can you sell them?
I buy them from Joe down the street, so it's great.
Okay, guys, I just got a message. I got 5% battery left,
and we're at the end of the show anyway. It's an hour.
We're at the end of the show.
Yeah, I'll come to the end. Yeah,
Martin, glad you're with us today. That's been terrific, and to all you guys out there that are watching, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week on the Cruise Amigos live from who knows where.
And what's going on?
See you guys later. Have a terrific day.
Save the Queen.